So recently, NYSC celebrated their 50 years anniversary, and it spurred a challenge on social media where people started posting pictures from their NYSC days. It was really a beautiful thing to watch, but I personally didn't see the need to make any post about it. Not because I don't have any pictures to post, but because I used that time to check my life, how I have been able to pull through after my NYSC. The orientation we had going to school was that after school, you graduate, you go for NYSC, you come out, you get a job, and you'll be able to get a good life for yourself. Then also alleviate your parents who have gone all the way out to sponsor your education. But these days, it seems not to be the same, because after NYSC, we all came out, started looking for jobs, but there seems not to be any job for us, except for a few people who have connections. It doesn't matter your qualification, but so long you know someone, they'll be able to get something for you. Or maybe other people who have been able to start something for themselves. But even if you want to do that business, do you really have the capital to do it? So after graduation, a few number of us were able to maybe make a few savings, started using it to do one or two business, expecting that you will use that to hold yourself first before you get a job. 1 year, 2 years, 3 years, 4 years, 5 years, 6 years, 7. You keep counting down, still no job. You just keep applying, and funny enough, the more you apply, chances are getting low because you don't have a job. You are trying to make application for another job. They'll ask you for experience. You've not been able to gather any experience. They pass you by. They would rather take a fresh graduate who does not have any experience yet, but they feel this one is just coming out and this one will be able to manage the little pay. Even that one who does not have a job yet might even want to do with that little pay, but the organizations are not willing to give you the chance. It means that the only way you can succeed is by giving yourself value, by either getting a skill, growing yourself, starting a business. And before you start a business, you need capital to start a business. Okay, after NYSC, you come and there is no job. How will you sustain yourself? Will you not go back home and live with your parents who have been able to see you through school, even with all the inconveniences that came with it? You stay with them in the house. They start feeding you, they start clothing you. If you stay for a while, it will no longer be convenient for them. This may be coming late for some people who have graduated over a decade ago, although we still will not rule it out because no time is too late to start. But I think it will make more sense to people who are still in school. If you are still in school, or you are just about to graduate, or you just graduated, get a skill. Look for something that is useful in the society presently. Look for something that people value now and start improving yourself with it. Don't look down on any skill, because believe me, if you have a skill, you would be better off in your society than someone who does not have a skill and is relying only on their certificates. The current trend now is social media sales. So you will see a distinction graduates selling pepper online, selling crayfish, using the English they've learned in school to sell pepper, to sell crayfish, to sell different things online. I am not talking down on anybody's business, but I'm just trying to tell you that that is the new way, because it means your certificate no longer does it for you. So during that challenge, someone mentioned that, oh, now that the challenge is over, can we not do CGPA challenge? And that one really got me laughing, because in my mind I was like, okay, after CGPA challenge, can we now do life achievement challenge? What have you been able to achieve after school? With your high CGPA, what have you been able to achieve? Because then people who are in the market, people who were learning trades, learning skills, were looked down upon. Even till now, if you go around now, people who are in school, who have the opportunity to go to school, they look down on people who are learning one skill or the other, because they feel they have less opportunity and they won't be able to go far in life, unlike them who are in school. But it's really not like that. So if we know say now what we want really can't do be this, I think we would have focused more on these skills than spending all the time reading, going to school, spending money, and the certificate no longer makes sense to you right now because you are not using it to do anything. The value of certificate is in getting the job after school. But when your certificate is not able to get you a job, Your certificate cannot open any opportunity for you. Your certificate cannot open any door for you. So what's not the value of the certificate? Is it in keeping it in the wardrobe or keeping it under your box? The present society we are now, certificate is now like a receipt just for you to show that you went to school. If you say, oh, I went to school, your certificate now seems like, oh, you really went to school. Where is the proof that you went to school? You go and bring your certificate as a receipt. People who learn to work at a great extent, they can sustain themselves, sustain their family, start life with it, and they are going strong. But you who have a certificate cannot pay your bills. So I just want to use this words to encourage people who are still in school, who still have the opportunity. Get a skill. Nobody taught us in school then that this is the life we are coming to embrace. But we are all out here now trying to survive, trying to struggle for ourselves. Except for a few who have been able to get a job with their certificate. But if you know you have a job with your certificate, congratulations to you. But if you don't, and you've been able to make something out of life even without a job, congratulations to you too. And to those who are still struggling, I pray that you are able to find something useful to do with your life, even as this video comes as an encouragement to you.